Hello garden lovers, I hope you're well. Today is a very, very hot day. We've had hot temperatures for several days now, in the late 20s and early 30s. Today is about 30 degrees. So this area is in full sun, and the heat is magnified by the brick paving that I have. So all these flowers have been very, very hot. So they have been watered. Actually, my daughter visited me the other day and she had watered this area here and all my potted roses. So, and she did take a bunch of flowers home with her. But yeah, that's best you'll get from her, because she will not get her hands dirty. So let's see what's we have looking good right now. Here we have a climber called Sweet Sari by Harkness. As you can see, the blooms is still looking amazing. No scorching, quite fresh, very, very healthy, very understated. I'm really surprised that this is not grown more popular than it is. And I have said this is a replacement for Compassion, which I've got rid of because it was getting very big. And this is got more stronger fragrance as well. Look at that bloom and look at the health. That has withstood the heat very well. This one here is Destimona. It's full of buds, but as you can see, not doing too great in this scorching heat. The flowers are a little bit burnt. We had loads and loads of buds. I've actually debudded quite a lot because I just think that it grows better if it had more nutrients and focusing on fewer blooms rather than a whole clump. Very healthy bush, but yeah, that is the best bloom of the whole bush. And I've got some Lavateria here. This one is a very old bloom. I'm not sure whether it's scorched or just a very old bloom. This is Wedding Piano, but I do think it's a bit of both. That one is very old. Moving on to this one here, Madame Anisette. Looking quite good, quite heat tolerant. Look at that. Lovely. That is not bad. Not bad. For being in 8 hours of blazing sun, that is not bad at all. Lovely growth there. This one here is one called Heidi Glum, named after a supermodel. Intense purple, pink, magenta kind of colour. That is excellent. Very, very heat tolerant. And moving on, we'll have an old bloom here. This is a Munstead wood. It's okay, but it's probably shaded by all these plants here. I'm glad I got some new growth. Lovely, lovely colour. Really, really deep, beautiful colour, but it does have shades of purple and magenta, very dark. Right, what else is there? This area is my hot border, looking great. There's Astrameria, Indian Summer, hot colours there, and we have Cosmea Lucifer, very statuesque and tall, bulbous plant there. And flower of the season would be a dahlia. This is Dahlia Poo. What else is there? This one here is Theo Clevers. Not bad. Holding up really well. Look at that. That's a beautiful bloom. That is very heat tolerant. And I'm not sure about this. This is my first year growing this. This is Jardina. That is, I'm not sure what to make of this. whether this is just a normal thing or whether it's my first year. It's a very young plant. The leaves are healthy enough though, but the buds are just a little strange. I shall keep my eye out for that one. Check out my potted roses. This one here. After I finish this video, I will give all the potted roses a good drink. Give them a... It looks a little dry, but as you can see, this morning before it got really hot, the blooms were quite nice. But now, as you can see, they really are quite scorched on the petals. But wow, look at all those lovely buds. This is Mum in a Million, or known as Millie. But look at that. Had it not been the hot sun, this would be opened very, very beautifully and very strongly scented, this one. Lovely. Nothing from Eustacia Vi, but look at this. This is quite a heat tolerant one as well. Actually, it's actually unaffected by all this heat we have. This is Princess Anne. That's a really beautiful bloom there. Oh, I've got to get it. There you go. Very, very heat tolerant. Does not seem bothered at all. There's some more blooms there. That is, oh, it's throwing up a very long cane. It's supposed to be quite a petite plant, but it's throwing up a very long cane. This one here is a discontinued one, but gorgeous. Look at that. I think it is a little dried out in the sun, especially the slightly older blooms, say like this one. It's been open for a few days, but it's the sun has fast forward its decline. But yeah, lovely, lovely bloom. So I'm not sure about whether this one is heat tolerant or not, but it seems to be quite good. That is Benjamin Britten. Look at that. Let's just have another look because it's so beautiful. Wow. Gorgeous colour, very unique. I haven't seen another colour like this in the David Austin range. And this is very, very surprising. This is the Annick Rose. A little bit floppy for me, so I have to hold it up, but this is a cutting, so it's not something that I bought. But look at that. That doesn't seem affected by the heat at all. Really good fragrance, very pretty bloom. It's like a warm pinky apricot. Lovely rose. Look at how healthy that is. I'm astonished that it's grown so well. Like I said, I really need to give her a bigger pot. This one here, look at the foliage. It's like autumnal. Lots of new fresh growth. We are on our second flush. This one is Gabriel Oak. How gorgeous is that in the late evening sun? Gorgeous, gorgeous. Now this one is really not bad. Holding up very, very well. And we move on to, this is Duchess of Cornwall, also known as Chippendale. Last time I showed you these really peculiar buds, and they are still in the same state as they were. I doubt they would open, but very, very strange to have the I'm not sure what that is, the swelling at the bottom. So it's trying to produce hips and blooms at the same time. This one is called Anniversary Rose. Looking good. And I did show you my Kordes collection last week, and there are issues with this collection, although they are known for its perfume, and a lot of them are very beautiful. I do have this problem here that it's affecting a lot of the roses. You see how beautiful this bloom is. When it opens, it's actually very beautiful. But sometimes we get to this stage where the outer petals just get dried out, and it's just one ball of mess. It just doesn't open. It's just an ugly ball of dried petals. You see, this is not heat tolerant at all, this one. This one is Fruity Parfumer. I don't remember the German name, but the overall health is very good. It's just the blooms, they tend to ball up. And another one that I'm having trouble with, this is Earth Angel. Now I've seen people grow this Earth Angel to the perfect shape, where it's cupped but still a little bit open, revealing a slight hint of pink in the center. Now look at this. You know, it's just very sad to see, you know, when you're expecting the buds to open and then they don't open properly. So this one is a big disappointment for me. Well, nothing wrong with the rose, it's just my climate. It's hard to grow this rose well. And this one also, this is a perfect bloom. In fact, this one is Royal Parfumer, and Royal Parfumer also has the same problem, that it takes forever to open. It's in this stage for about a week or two, and you get the outer petals which go brown and old, and by the time they open, they just don't look great at all. Look, you see the outer petals are brown, but the inner petals are trying to open, and we get this very ugly bloom, but very fragrant. This one, very fragrant. It's a shame. It's a shame that you know, the buds don't open faster. But this one here is perfect. Although it is a little the petals on the outside are quite old, this one did manage to open into a very beautiful bloom. Very fragrant, that one. And we have here, this is Raspberry Parfumer. Nothing in bloom to see, but lots and lots of new growth. That is the potted roses here. I'll just also show you my tan roses collection here. And I haven't managed to pot up these perennials that I said I would. But as you can see, these colours have opened up now, and I think the colours are quite modern and they go quite well. This is a baby version of Distant Drums. I thought the leaf colour brings out the tan in the Mocha Rosa behind. So look at this one here. Look how much buds there are. Like I've said, I have, instead of removing the canes, I'm removing the buds, and there's still a lot of them. A lot of canes on this. This is Distant Drums, and only its second year and growing in a pot. And behind this one, look at that. That is quite heat tolerant. Although this area is a little shady, it is hot, and it did get a little bit of sun. But that one, this is Mocha Rosa, holding up very well. Beautiful rose. And it has similarities to this Coco Loco here. This is Coco Loco. Very similar. Very similar. This one is a little bit more creamy tan latte colour, whereas Coco Loco has a bit more lilac undertone. But the Mocha Rosa behind there is a little bit more fragrant than Coco Loco. But this is my tan or modern combination here. But let me show you what is looking great. What's looking good is in the sun. This is quite heat tolerant also. This is Love Struck. This is not bad. It is, the flowers have held up really well. That is not bad. So that is Love Struck. Okay, let's see what's holding up well. Not this one. This is Sir Emmanuel. This one looks like it's been baked. Very shriveled, dried petals. This one is Country Parsons. It's a very dainty yellow rose by David Austin, but very, very prickly. As you can see, these are totally unfazed by the hot weather we've had. It's very, very, it looks delicate, but it really is very heat tolerant and very strong rose. You can see all those thorns there. It's delicate and tough at the same time. Very good, very heat tolerant. That's a good rose. So as you can see, I'm actually running out of space. Now I am taking over another garden which my son just moved into a property of mine, and yeah, I'm going to show you some footage. So this is the garden. My son recently moved into this house. I had owned it for over 20 years and I've just handed it over to him. So it's a blank canvas which I'm going to use as my allotment. So there's not much going on in this garden. We did have one big tree like this one at the back of here, and I wish I chopped down. I also chopped down a willow tree. As you can see, there's logs here and it's actually trying to grow back. We have a lovely acer. That one's worth keeping. I might tidy that one up, and a strawberry bed. So I'm going to treat this as my new allotment, and over time I will try and make this into a garden. I've planted a couple of things already. I planted an Asian pear, which is one of my favorite fruit trees, and a cutting of Laguna. Not doing that great at the moment, probably because it's very, very neglected. And I did bring over also a Destimona. No, actually, this is Emily Bronte, my bad. So this is the garden, and that's the house. Yeah, and I'll probably cut that bamboo right back. Might even dig it out, I'm not sure, but it's one of the clumping ones, not one of the ones with the roots that are running, which they spread quite bad. So quite a sunny garden. So I will make this into a garden, a rose garden. Yeah, so I shall be using that garden as a project and planting all my cuttings there. That's something to look forward to when I have time, of course. I just don't have that much time, but yeah, I am running out of space at home. So this one here is Penelope Lively. It's not too bad. These are really old blooms. Not bad. That is Penelope Lively. Let's see what else I could show you. This is Summer Romance. As you can see, some of the blooms are really scorched. Some of the fresher ones are okay, but this one here, this one is an older bloom, but yeah, not great on heat. This is also part of the Perfumer collection. It's called Lovely Perfumer, but it's normally a very, very strong rose, but not doing well in the heat. There's one rose that's doing super well in the heat. This is, look at that. That is Timeless Purple. Yeah, and it's also one rose that I'll finish with as well. Wow, I just wanted to show this to you. That is, it's been in the heat for 8 hours in 30 degrees and it's still looking amazing, but it is growing in the ground. But look at that. Well, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.